Welcome to stage 3 of Local Fish Store Saturday. Give you a quick tour. This is your view when you walk in, and these are some empty tanks, and the plan is to have them set up for live bears, guppies. So they were speaking my language when they talked about that. Hopefully have 5 or 6 strains or so of guppies, and at this point some firemouth cichlids in there, and some pitcus catfish. They're underneath the sponge filter. But here's the teaser part here. What do you think is going to go in that tank right there? What should go in there? What do you want to go in there? What do you think will go in there? So we'll come back to that. But these racks over here are the fish lover's dream, and we'll go there first. First, then look at these pistos here. I mean, look at that. That's a beautiful pisto that's afraid of my beautiful face, obviously. But look at that. I mean, and that's the subdominant. Look at this dominant male over here. Look at that pisto. It's beautiful. That's what's up here. Have some cherry barbs, albino cherry barbs, and some L183 Placos. Where'd they go? There's one on the glass right back there. Look at how beautiful that is. A little bit bigger and stay just as bold. Beautiful, beautiful fish. And I don't like Placos. There's the one on the back glass back there. Sorry for the glare. Look how pretty that is, though. And then these killifish, Golden Wonder killifish. There's one right there. I was talking to the guys that own this, and they said that one of their main goals is to not just have fish plop in the tank and try and sell them, but to have fish raised in tanks where they're raised happy and healthy and in a kind of environment that the potential buyers would like to set it up. Here we have a Piscogramma borelli. This is a male, and then some pencil fish. Yep, some pencil fish are in here. This thing's empty for right now. Some rummy-nosed tetras. As you can see, their noses are saying that the water is doing just fine. Oh, in this tank there were some Piscogramma Abaxis, Abacaxis, and I looked up those for my first time. Oh my gosh, that is so on my wish list. So on my wish list. What's over here? Piscogramma vejata. I'm probably mispronouncing it. You can see the males in there, and then some red and blue Colombian tetras. Look at this nice shoal, and there's me right there. Of green fire tetras. Just super. Let me get my. There we go. Looks so much better with me out of the picture. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at this sand. Apparently they're also using play sand, which takes a little bit more work. Here's some Dario back in the back there, or his Scarlet Battis is their common name. And then some ram's horn snails. Oh, there's a assassin snail right there. I think that assassin snail's been, there's some living assassin snails in the back, but pretty exciting. Nothing in that tank. Some orange Mexican crayfish. You see their dwarf ones right down there. Nice looking crayfish. On the sponge filter. Some plants, some Macandra plant. shrimp people. Now these were bred. Most of these shrimp were bred by the owner. One of the owners. Here's some Neocardinia blackberry shrimp. You just see some floating plants to help with a lot of the nutrients. Look at that. Good focus. Look at the size of that mystery snail. That's one that Captain Spicy would be proud of. Taking up the entire tank. Some blue Riley shrimp on the bottom here. Nice colors. Once again, shaded by some frogbit and dwarf water lettuce. Some pea puffers. You don't see pea puffers in our local area very much. You do sometimes, but not a very common thing. This is nice to see them. Obviously they aren't able to keep snails in here, but they are able to keep some of the Amano shrimp are doing just fine in here because they're big enough that the pea puffers can't mess with them. Look at this personality in this little puffer here. Crazy. Here's some black carbon Neocardinia shrimp in this tank. Where'd they go? Guess they're on the one above it. These are some ram's horns. Here's some water sprite. There's another pretty large mystery snail. Orange Riley Neocardinia shrimp. Ram's horn snails. Look at the orange. This camera's not doing it justice. That's a pretty orange shrimp though. Just beautiful. Here's some sparkling gourami towards the bottom here. You can get the glare out. There's a sparkling gourami and then some nice shoal of some emerald eye rasboras. Move on. Some whisker shrimp in here. Nice looking. Some blue velvet shrimp, Neocardinia shrimp. Where are they? Right there. And I'm back. There's a customer in here. There's a repeat customer already. Had some very well-behaved kids. I mean, they weren't tapping on the glass or anything. They were probably like 3 and 5, and I was super impressed. So I got out of their way and paused the filming for a little bit. But anyways, wanted to focus in right here. I think you all might have witnessed. This is the moment I think I might have fallen in love with shrimp. Look at these blue velvet shrimp right here. I mean, just on this little moss ball right here. I mean, that's just what it's about. You throw in a few snails, some nearite snails or whatever snails. Put a little, I'm sorry, I'm just picturing a 2.5 gallon with a nice sponge filter in there. Oh, that's just, I'm already picturing it. I'm already picturing the budget going up, so you just saw it here first. The moment I think I fell in love with shrimp. I think it just happened. The blue velvets. Keep going down here, some whisker shrimp. I was looking at these while the customer was in here with his very well-behaved kids. So how cool are they? I mean, it looks like a, I'm sorry, they just look tasty to me. I'm not gonna eat them, but I can't help but wonder. Got these red cherries over here. So look at these numbers. It's like the only bare bottom tank in the entire store. For now. I won't stay all the way for long. Be some more on some water tank. And this tank up here, there's some, can't see it right now, but there were some dwarf emerald rasboras and some more celestial pearl danios. And this one of the owners was working on. He just cleaned it out yesterday. It's a little bit cloudy for right now. That yellow wrasse he thought he lost, but it was just hiding. And this is pretty hopeful for me because I've only been in saltwater I actually haven't been in it at all. he only been in saltwater for about 6 months. So this is kind of hopeful for me that if he can get this in 6 months, I mean, look at this. If he can get this in 6 months, then there's hope for me too. So let's look at these nice little corals down here. And I thought that one right there in the middle, I thought that one was a pretty decoration. It's a living, he's called out leather or something or another. But he's not done aquascaping it yet or cleaning it, so that'll happen next. But all right, I'm gonna cut away to the mystery tanks. Look at this monster of a mystery tank. What should go in here? Obviously water. Water should go first. They got this obviously used, but look how big it is. What should go in here? What do you want to go in here? Well, then what should go in here? Well, what do you think would go well in a, so you see in the reflection behind me, there's the mall. This is the first thing customers are going to see, so what should go in here? Right now comes to the plain, regular fish, but still beautiful. Look at these turquoise rainbows. Some albino cories, some tiger barbs, some red swordtails, just beautiful. I mean, look at those. Those are some pretty turquoise rainbows. There's some cribs, some white skirt tetras. There's a pisto that had actually a bunch of pistos. No, those are cribs, I'm sorry. What am I thinking? Those are male cribs. They look pretty close. Long fin danios. Some rainbow sharks. American flagfish. We don't see those a lot in this area, so I want to get those on video. They're not very common in our market over here in near Richmond. Some giant danios. Some Serpe tetra. Some German blue rams in here. Some beautifully colored up females. There is a pleco in here. L103 clown pleco is hiding off to the side. These threadfin, look at these threadfin rainbows. Where they go right there. Some more long fin danios, and there are a few otters in here, but this tank is so clean they don't have a lot of algae to eat. Some veil angels, and my daughter's favorite, the glowfish. There's some black ghost knives in these tube down here. There's one, there's another. There's some Julie cories down there in the back. Those are panda cories, aren't they? And then the African cichlids. What personality they have. This might be my thumbnail, who knows. Anyways, hey, zoom back out, but let's look at this progress. Go focus far away. Look at this progress though. You see from the first edition that was filmed back in May. The second one was filmed in end of June. And here we are in the middle of August, and talked to one of the owners, and he said it is only about 40% the way done. Huge improvement. I mean, look, even the floors, there's a huge difference. The floors, the PVC for the airline has been painted black, a nice little finishing touch. It's a huge difference from the first edition of this to what we have now, and obviously there's still room. There's every fish lover's dream, or maybe nightmares, empty tanks, and room for more tanks up here on the top, more tanks up there. I mean, so much room. So that's where you're saying there's only 40% done. Still has lots of room for improvement. So stay tuned and see what they have in the next installment, how many improvements and what it looks like in that, and it probably still won't be the finished product. But be sure to click on the link below to order them. They do have an online store that is currently up and running. So if you like any of the quality fish that you saw, especially on this side, I mean this side I was literally drooling when I saw some of those epistogramas. So if you saw any that you liked, be sure to click that link below and shop around if you're not in the Richmond area. If you are in the Richmond area, then stop by. So anyways, hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment any questions or requests for videos, or requests for questions for the owners, or turn on notifications to be updated for what it looks like after they improve it from this. These are the guys I was talking to that are interested in doing the Hooked on Fish program. So obviously that's pretty exciting for all of us, although I don't sound excited, but these are the guys that were interested in helping the next generation of future fish keepers. So anyways, hope you all enjoy it. Keep it fishing, people.